Imagine a world where machines do not just calculate numbers. They think, reason, and make decisions like us. Where an AI can understand emotions, solve complex problems, and even create art that moves people. Sounds like science fiction, right? But with the rise of ChatGPT, autonomous robots, and AI that can write, paint, or even trade stocks, that fiction is getting closer to reality every single day. So here's the big question. Can AI really think like humans? Or are we just teaching machines to act smart without true understanding? Let's dive deep into this. First, let's understand what we mean by thinking. When humans think, it is not just logic and data. It's creativity, intuition, emotions, and experience all working together. You don't just calculate what to say when comforting a friend, you feel it. You don't just analyze colors when painting, you express something. That's the beauty of human intelligence. It's messy, emotional, and deeply personal. But AI doesn't have that. AI is logical, not emotional. It learns patterns from data and predicts what should come next. When you ask AI to write a poem or solve a problem, it does not understand the meaning behind it. It's just using statistics, predicting the most likely next word, next step, or next move based on its training. So in a sense, AI isn't thinking like a human. It is mimicking human thinking. It looks like it is thinking, but it is not feeling. But here's where it gets fascinating. Modern AI is getting so advanced that even experts are starting to question. If it acts intelligent, responds intelligently, and makes decisions intelligently, does it even matter whether it is truly thinking? Take this example, AlphaGo. When Google's AI played Go against the world champion, it made a move that no human ever considered. Experts called it beautiful, creative, even emotional. But was it creativity or just an incredibly complex calculation? That's where things get blurry. The line between artificial and authentic intelligence is fading fast. Because what we call thinking might just be a series of patterns, and AI is getting really, really good at recognizing patterns. Let's go a bit deeper. The human brain has around 86 billion neurons, tiny connections that fire together when we think, learn, or remember. AI neural networks are built on the same principle. They have artificial neurons that adjust and learn through training. When AI looks at millions of pictures of cats, it doesn't memorize them. It learns what makes a cat, the shape, the fur, the patterns. That's learning, not memorization. Sounds familiar, right? That's exactly how humans learn too, through experience and repetition. But here's the key difference. Humans understand context and emotion. When you see a cat, you don't just recognize its shape. You might remember your pet or how it made you feel. AI doesn't have that emotional layer. It knows what a cat is, but not what it means. That emotional understanding is what truly separates human thinking from artificial intelligence. Now let's talk about consciousness, the big mystery. Can AI ever be conscious? Can a machine ever know that it is thinking? Right now, no. AI doesn't have self-awareness. It can simulate conversation, predict emotions, or imitate creativity, but it doesn't feel joy, fear, curiosity, or love. When it writes a poem about heartbreak, it doesn't know what heartbreak feels like. It's just reflecting the words humans have written about heartbreak before. But some scientists believe that consciousness might eventually emerge from complexity. That if we build AI networks complex enough with billions or trillions of connections, maybe, just maybe, awareness could appear? Others disagree, saying consciousness isn't something you can build, it's something you experience. And no matter how advanced AI becomes, it will always lack that human spark, that emotional core. Still, let us not underestimate AI. It's already doing things once thought impossible. It can write music, diagnose diseases, create art, and make scientific discoveries. It is not thinking like us, but it is producing results as if it is. For example, in 2024, AI models helped scientists discover new antibiotics faster than any human could. It didn't feel curiosity, it just calculated possibilities. But the outcome was revolutionary. So even without human-like thought, AI can still push humanity forward. But here's the part that scares people if AI gets too smart. What happens next? Will it surpass us? Will it replace us? Or will it simply become our greatest tool? Here's the truth. AI will never be human, but it might become something even more powerful. A partner in thinking. Imagine humans providing creativity, values, and ethics, and AI providing logic, scale, and speed. Together, we could solve problems that have plagued humanity for centuries, from climate change to poverty to medical breakthroughs. But that only happens if we use AI wisely. Because AI is like fire, it can cook your food or burn your house down. It depends on how you use it. We need rules, ethics, and awareness. We need to teach AI what we stand for, so it doesn't just reflect our biases or mistakes. Because AI learns from us, and if we're not careful, it can learn the worst parts of us too. So, back to our original question. Can AI think like humans? Not yet. It can simulate thought. It can mimic emotion. But it doesn't understand. It doesn't dream. It doesn't hope. It doesn't wonder why it exists. And maybe that's what makes us truly human, the why. We don't just think to solve problems, we think to find meaning. AI can't do that. At least not yet. But here's the exciting part. AI doesn't need to be human to change the world. It just needs to be useful, ethical, and aligned with our values. The real challenge isn't about teaching AI to think like us. It's about teaching ourselves to use AI responsibly. So instead of fearing AI, we should focus on collaborating with it. Let AI handle the repetitive, data-driven work, and let humans focus on what we do best, creating, empathizing, and imagining. Because the future of intelligence won't be artificial or human, it'll be hybrid. Humans and AI thinking together, and that might just be the most powerful force the world has ever seen. If you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone curious about the future of AI. Because one thing's for sure, the age of human and machine intelligence isn't coming. It's already here.